Hey friends, welcome back to Mustard Seed Homesteading. If you're new to my channel, my name is Megan and I'm so glad that you're here. What I do on this channel is give weekly garden tours so I can share my garden with you week to week, regardless of the season and the weather that we're having. And what we're gonna do today is we're gonna continue to harvest the sweet potatoes one tier at a time out of the green stalks. We're gonna walk around the garden and see how everything's going during the winter season. But what I'm most excited about are the raised beds with the frost covers. I just took a peek under them and I cannot get over the growth from just this last week, and I cannot wait to show you guys. So let's get started. All right, friends, well, we're gonna start with this tier of sweet potatoes. Now, if you're new to my channel, I decided to leave my sweet potatoes over the winter in my green stalks. And so each garden tour, I'm going to harvest only one tier at a time and kind of use the outside as a refrigerator. And so far, I really like what I've seen. Now, I will add that I'm very, what's the words? I'm very happy with whatever sweet potatoes I get from this because I did plant my slips very late in the summertime, and so I'm happy with whatever I get. Even if I get nothing, I'm not surprised because like I said, I started my sweet potato slips way too late. So let's go ahead and see if we did get anything. Well, we did get something. Look at that. Not a bad size. It's small, but I'm okay with small sweet potatoes. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. I'm so surprised. Oh my word, you guys, look at this. This is humongous. Oh my gosh. You guys, I'm so surprised right now because like I said, I really was not expecting anything. This is huge. Look at this. It's like the size of my hand. Oh my gosh, this was such a good surprise today. I'm so excited. That's beautiful. A little baby. Another little baby. Now, as far as the driveway garden, there's really not much else to show since last week. These broccoli are doing amazing. Thankfully, the squirrels have not found them. I don't know if them being in the driveway has anything to do with it. These have all been cleaned up. Those 4 have been designated for turmeric and ginger. I did leave a few pieces over winter with some staples over them. If you're new to my channel, I love to experiment, and so I'm going to try and see if just leaving some pieces in there over winter, if maybe they'll start to grow in the springtime. And then these 3 are still empty. Sorry, it loses out of focus when I put my finger that way. And then this one, as well as these 3, all have the same sugar snap peas. I did show in the very beginning, there's one of them that is starting to show. You can see it's right there. It's starting to poke out. It does help to have the straw to give it a bit of insulation in order for it to germinate because it is so cold. And then all of these beautiful garlics are doing amazing. Majority of these are kales, and those are all doing really good. Kales do very well in GREENSTAK, so I'm looking forward to harvesting all of these with you as they continue to grow. And I want to quickly show how beautiful the dill is growing in here. Dill sometimes is a hit or miss for me, but I love dill. But let's go ahead and go to the backyard garden because I want to show you all the growth under the frost covers and the beds that I cleaned up and got ready for the next set of starts to be planted. And then I think there's some herbs back there, or actually not herbs, but mullein that I want to harvest with you all. Okay, so let's go down here to the overwinter pepper plants first. Now, I'm not going to open these up just because it's really cold and I want to keep them as insulated as possible. But so far, when I was fixing a few things, it looked pretty good under there. But we will not know if this worked, this experiment of mine worked, until summertime. But what I want to show you right now are these 2 beds before I show you everything under those frost covers. So as you saw last tour, I cleaned up the green beans, my forever green beans I call them. And since then, I put some fresh soil and compost, and then I put the hoops here because now what I'm going to do, I still have starts that need to be planted. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to plant them in each square, and then I'm going to put the frost cover on. I just don't want to plant any more back here because of the squirrels, because I just think they're just going to eat everything. So unless I have a cover, I really just don't want to plant anything. But I am going to show you all that there's a few things back there that are growing pretty good, and surprisingly, they have not touched them. So I don't know if they just like certain varieties or if they're just picky with their diet. I don't know, but I'll show you what they have not touched when we go back there. And then here's the other bed that I cleaned up, put some fresh soil, compost, and straw, and I have the hoops over that as well, ready for planting. And then so far, all the sweet peas are doing really well. Now, over the week, I did plant some new seed, but I probably should have waited until I topped the beds off because I ended up putting soil and compost over them. I tried to move them back a little bit. You can see that I did that, but I don't know. I might have to reseed them. I should have waited to reseed them, but I didn't. So, and then here's my other overwinter pepper plant bed. I'm not going to open that too because I just want to keep keep it as warm as possible. But here's what I want to show you guys. So and then this one we did together, this frost cover over this bed, but you guys, look at the growth under the bed. Look at how much the Swiss chard has grown. Now, I have not replanted the cabbage like I was supposed to. These last 2 weeks were like just super busy. But it's interesting because I'm noticing some growth even from the ones that the squirrels ate up. You can see that there's a little bit of growth there. So if you can see that too. That one right here. So I don't know, I may not even need to replant. I mean, that happens. That's why I was sharing with y'all, sometimes that can happen. But look at how beautiful everything looks. I am so excited and happy about these frost covers. This is something I'm going to be doing every winter, and I'm going to be experimenting and trying different things. Now, something I do want to point out, I'm not going to take this off, but the last tour I had shown you all the growth, and you can kind of see, well, here, I'll take this part off. You can see how beautiful everything is growing, but this was the concern that I had with these frost covers, was that it was not going to be tall enough. So I actually went ahead and I ordered this material, and I have extra hoops, and I'm going to hoop this bed so that it has a higher height for growth, because it's touching the top of the hoops and the cover, which is what I didn't want. That was my concern. So I think what I'm going to do with these from now on, oh, sorry, I have dirt on my finger. What I'm going to do with these is probably use them for lower growing vegetables, like a lettuce head or something like that. So, but look at how much it's growing. So I'm really happy with the frost covers over the beds, and this is going to be something that I do every winter. And then you can see all the telephone snap peas. I know it's kind of hard because of the trees in the back, but you guys, it's all the way up top here now. It has grown so tall, and there's buds. These are really good frost tolerant peas. They may grow slower because it is cold, but they're doing very well. I'm very happy. You can see I already have a snap pea right here, which, you know what? Let's go ahead and harvest it together. And then look, you can see there's more flowers. And there's more flowers here and there. So I'm really happy with these peas. Last year I had an abundance of these peas, which is exactly why I planted them here again this year. And then under this bed too, it's not as much as the other bed because I planted this bed later than that bed over there, but there's been quite a bit of growth over here too. And I'm very happy, I'm very pleased. Now, something I do want to show you, if you've been watching me, the squirrels attacked. I had Brussels sprouts here, here, and here, and they ate them. I did not think that these were going to grow. I was actually going to take these out and replant them, but look at you guys. Now this one doesn't, I don't know if this one's going to grow, because you see they like to just chop it all the way down. Let me see if I can get a close up. They just, I mean, I'm surprised they didn't just rip it out of the soil. I mean, they just eat away at these things. But I'm so happy to see that they're starting to grow again. So I might leave that in there. I'm not really sure. I might just maybe take that one out. And then I thought that the onions weren't going to grow. I know it's hard to see, but look at, they're growing now, because I put onions, well, actually, let's see. I put onions here, and I think these are, I think these were scallop. No, hold on. Look at that. I can't even remember what I put in here. Oh, yeah. I mean, I do, but I can't think of the name. Shallots. There we go. I had put shallots in the corners here and here, and then some onions in the corner here. So it looks like the shallots over here are growing. So I'm really happy. I think frost covers are worth the time and effort. And see, now that I have them cut to size, I know what hoops works in these beds. Now it's just a matter of putting them up next winter. Whereas this year, I had to kind of figure out, look for what was, you know, what would work best for my beds. I had to cut them to size. But see, I've done all the work now. So now it's just a matter of putting them up every year. And then look at the gorgeous Brussels sprouts, you guys. Now this is under the lower hoop tunnel as well, except this is more of the cloth, whereas this is the plastic. And again, with this one, I purchased a frost cover to put over this so that it would have some room to grow, because, you know, Brussels sprouts grow really tall. But I'm really pleased with everything, and I'm so glad that I put these up, that I put this cover over these, because I know these squirrels would have eaten these all up. But so far so good. And then I did put onions around the whole edge of the bed, and so far you can see they're growing as well too. So I'm really happy. Everything's growing really beautiful. And so far everything, my garlic over here is doing very well. And then this is the other bed that I want to show you that has been doing very well since I put the frost cover on. The rapini rab has grown so much more since I put the frost cover on, and it looks beautiful. And then the new starts that I put in are all doing very well too. So I'm very pleased with the frost covers because it has helped a ton. And then this is what I wanted to show you all. So I don't know if you remember or watched the video where we planted this together, but I had 3 kales right here and the rest are all cauliflower. Now, I'm sure if I found little domes to put over them, they probably would be a lot further along, like the ones that are under the low tunnel garden hoop that I put over one of the beds. But what I'm really happy about is the squirrels have not touched these. They still have not touched them. So I don't know if they just don't like these particular leaves or it's the owls, but it can't be the owls because they ate the other ones. So I'm not really sure. But either way, they haven't touched them. And the same goes for the rapini rab. Look at how beautiful they're growing. And they just have not touched them. So, and these are right next to the woods. So I'm really happy about that. So I wanted to show that all to you. Now down there, like those 2 pallets, there's just nothing there because they ate everything pretty much except for some lemon balm. But this lavender is doing very well. I'll probably harvest that next week, but this is what I wanted to grab with you all, is the mullein. I always get this kind of confused, like how to say it properly, but I wanted to grab a couple of leaves with you guys because it's doing very well out here. I didn't think it was frost tolerant, but it seems to be doing very well. Now I know this is not a perennial, this is a biannual, I think is what it said. So hopefully I can get one more year of this because it is a really great plant to have. And then this, out of all of my 25-gallon grow bags, this is the only thing growing because it's the cauliflower. And the squirrels did not attack these, whereas all these bags had cabbages and they ate them all. Now, I do have a ton of starts that still need to be planted, and my goal right now is just to, there's the lemon balm right there. My goal is just to get them planted in the beds that have the frost covers so that those are protected at least. And then any leftovers, I may attempt to risk it and plant them in here. I'm not really sure yet. I haven't gotten to that point, but my goal is to fill those 2 beds first and then fill any spots that I would need to fill in some of the beds that were eaten and maybe some of the bags over there first before I refill these ones that the squirrels ate. Well, friends, thanks so much for going on another garden tour and harvest with me on this very cold day in December. I'm so excited at how much I am able to harvest every week, even though it's not as much as I was during the summertime. The fact that I can harvest a big old sweet potato in December and a couple of herbs or just a few things here and there is still such a joy for me and is the whole point as to why I have my garden. So let's go ahead and see what we got today. Well, we got our sweet potatoes. I still cannot believe I harvested this huge sweet potato in my GREENSTALK, especially because I planted them so late in the summer, but I'm so excited to see this. So we got our sweet potatoes and we got some more mullein, which is a wonderful herb to have for various reasons. It's really good for the respiratory system and it's a really soft herb too. So really excited with what we got today. Well, friends, it got really dark on me, but I cannot end my video without saying goodbye. So I just want you to know that I really appreciate you all stopping by, and I look forward to seeing you all again soon. And always remember, friends, be encouraged, and always stay inspired. And I'll see you all next time. Bye.